Hey y'all, welcome to Zikarat Gaming. My name is Zenon and I'm joined here with Mike
How's it going?
and John.
Hi
Continues to
guys, I'm
not
John.
continues to not be here, despite that muffled voice. Still on vacation, doing live stuff. So he says. I don't know, man. I haven't even seen that guy. Fuck him. But we do have a special guest, Pablo. Special guest acquaintance, Pablo. You know, getting him on, trying them out, seeing how he does.
Acquaintance there.
Yeah.
Kind of hurts.
Well, welcome. Thank you for subbing in, Pablo. Appreciate it,
Hello.
especially
Thank
for
you for having
joining
me.
in on a short notice. Very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Anyway,
Thank you. I bet you guys are honored to have me here.
very much
Very
so.
much.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, the other three people said they couldn't make it this week, or...
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Glad to be y'all's first choice.
Okay, yeah, totally, dude. Totally. Okay, great. Anyway, here at Zikarat Gaming, we take a week pretty much alternating between looking at the news in the video game world and taking an in-depth critique at a game of our choosing. Modern or retro, whatever, it doesn't matter. Last week we covered the various goings-on in the game industry for April or so. Pretty much all the train wrecks and little fires that came up since then, as well as the handful of releases. But today we are going to be going over The Legend of Zelda. Maybe you've heard of it, the first game on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Honestly, never heard of it.
This is going to be an interesting conversation.
But boy,
This will
they
be
have
a short
strong
one.
opinions about it, just in case.
Yeah. It's a 30-second episode, and it's great.
Alrighty, nice podcast.
Cool. All right, so I'll just start it again. We are going to be talking about The Legend of Zelda. It is the first of 20 plus in the series. I mean, if you count all the spin-offs and the flipping the Disco Dungeon. What's that, the rhythm game that they just announced?
Yes.
Crypto dancers.
Yeah, Crypto Necrodancer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least 40 games in the Zelda series.
Personally, I consider that canon to Zelda lore.
Yes,
As do I.
Absolutely. I loved Crypt of the Necrodancer, but we're not talking about that. So I was personally invested in seeing what you folks thought about this, because I remember playing and then basically taking an entire summer and playing through on a stolen copy. I'm sorry, Nintendo. Stolen copy, like a ROM on my old ass 2001 PC. Like, found an emulator that worked. Found that my computer was basically blowing smoke because it was probably like a calculator in there nowadays. But I spent an entire summer playing through that, so I have pretty strong opinions about that game. But I was really excited to play through it again because I wasn't sure how much of that was nostalgia speaking or just me being crazy or what. But
Or how it holds up in general.
basically, yeah. So Mike, I know you played through it a little bit earlier in the month or so. What did you think of it? Because I mean, it's similar but not exactly to the modern, at least I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Give me your rundown.
So, after not having played that for a few years, my first impression of the game was that games were not linear at all back then. I did not remember it being as hard as it was when I first started off playing. Because I was trying to go through my first playthrough without having to use any walkthroughs or anything.
Bold move.
Very.
So
Yeah.
that's what I got out of it for the most part. Is a lot of the games nowadays really like to hold your hand along that path of going through them, and this one doesn't do that at all.
Did you like that though? Like the non-linearity? Like,
Oh, for
or was
sure.
that just frustrating to you?
For sure. My favorite developer is actually From Software. I play all of the Dark Souls games, and I actually started with Demon Souls, and none of those are linear games. You can kind of pick and choose where you want to go, but certain places are going to punish you more than others, and that's kind of how this felt, picking it up again.
Yeah, and especially since you can go to, I don't know, like 4 different sections of the map, and there's literally nothing there.
Yes.
So that's pretty fucking cool.
Cool, that was nice. Nice little adventure.
Thanks. I got dead. Cool. Could have got that anywhere, but I got it in the bottom right corner.
Sure hope I remember where everything else was. Spoilers, you don't.
I know.
What about you, Pablo? What'd you think of it?
Well, I found out I was going to be doing this like couple hours before starting this podcast, so I only was able to play through the first 2 dungeons.
Cool. Thanks for breaking the illusion, even though I'm pretty sure you played it a little bit ago. That's fucking fine.
I played it several years ago, and I got to the last dungeon and raged quit when I couldn't find the key. And then I left, found the key from another dungeon you could carry over, and then couldn't find my
crazy.
way. Yeah, and then couldn't find my way back to the last dungeon, which would tell you a lot about me as a person.
Nice, getting lost.
Yep. And like I said, I try to avoid using guides and stuff, and such, like Mike said earlier. And I was doing the same when I was playing through it recently. And pretty much my first thought was, wow, this is super frustrating. I would sure like to have some idea what's going on.
Now, all right, speaking of frustrating, we did speak with John a little bit. I think Mike knows his opinion, and he can sum it up pretty succinctly. What was John's opinion about this game?
John's opinion of this game was basically, fuck this game. And don't take that to mean as he didn't beat it. He actually did beat the game, but it was more of he was just sort of hanging on for the ride and just hoping to get through it.
So I'll break into this and I'll touch on that. I fucking adored this game. Like, this was the most adventuring I'd done, or like puzzle solving, was Super Mario World, just trying to find the secret worlds. Because I only had like that and Toy Story on the Super Nintendo for the longest time. And fuck Toy Story. Like, that game is
Trust me, I would if I could.
Could not, like, whatever. But playing through this, I remember starting the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which is pretty much a remake of this game. I mean, they all kind of are, but
especially Breath of the Wild, which I unironically think is the most similar to the first one. I'll get to that later.
Yeah, totally. I actually agree with that. But I remember being like, holy shit, like, this game doesn't tell you what to do. It doesn't tell you anything. Like, you start with nothing, and if you don't go in that cave, A, like,
you literally have nothing,
and B, like, yeah.
There is no A. You have no A button. That's where the sword goes.
Oh, shit, you're right.
It's literally the cave that spawned the meme, so.
Yeah. Like, yes, totally, actually. No, it's super crazy how open and how, like, fuck you, good luck it was.
Yeah.
I know that the game came with a map when you first, like, on the Nintendo, back when, you used to get physical things with the games.
It sounds fake, but okay.
Yeah, I know, right? What are these physical things?
Ugh. Like a thing you download, right? Like a physical download code?
Oh, then you print it out. Got it.
Like, you don't even get the manual with the games anymore.
No, a manual? What is that? I'm pretty sure it's... What? My buddy Manuel? What's going on here? I work with that guy. He's dope.
This podcast is dedicated to Zen and his buddy Manuel.
Yeah, that's Manuel. Gosh, damn. Fucking don't just... Whatever. I'm going to have a war with you about that.
Sorry, boss.
He's not my boss. He's my team. Jesus Christ, dude.
I said buddy.
No, it's not playing with at least a map seems like the craziest fucking thing. I remembered a bit going through it, just like going through the dungeons, but like I wasn't as like stalwart as stoic as John or Pablo. Like, I went through that shit with like a map and like a various guidelines. Like, I managed to make it, I don't know, 5th dungeon or so until I was like, all right, I don't know where the fuck it is, because basically towards the end, the last 6th or 7th or whatever it is dungeon, the Spire, the rocks one, basically you have to fucking hit a bomb. You have to bomb a rock, which why would you do that? And teleport into another place, which would takes you to a place that you have no idea how to get there, and like at all. Like, this reminds me of the Final Fantasy 12. This was like the most egregious in my mind. Don't open this chest, or else you won't get the legendary items the rest of the game. And how else would you know that except
by doing
Buy
it.
the strategy guide.
Like that's kind of my thing with that game. I feel like there's a lot of stuff in the original Legend of Zelda and some of those other games too. They're just like, buy the strategy guide.
Yeah, you were buying a bundle.
No, I had my Nintendo powers back then, man.
Oh shit,
Yeah, exactly.
that's right.
But
Clay Mario on the front.
honestly, though, it's nuts to think about how much more problem-solving games had when we were kids. Like, you wouldn't see like half of that nowadays. In a game.
Absolutely not. Like, would you even play that today anyway? Like,
no, a game that makes you have to think. Why would anyone play that?
no. I've been playing Baba's You, and that game is hard as shit, and I have to think constantly. I hate it. Game is absurd. Yeah, it's just wild how radical that was, and especially since there was nothing like it, like 20, 30 years ago now?
Some big amount of years.
Yeah.
28, 88, right?
Yeah.
30 whatever, it's 31 years old. A long time. A long fucking time.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Numbers guy.
And that was before Metroid, which even Metroid is more linear. I mean, you can sequence rank, which is dope, but far more linear than Zelda. I don't know if I'm in the crazy thinking that, but have you guys played either of those? Or, I mean, even modern Metroid games.
I have. I would agree with you. There's a pretty
played...
set path wherever you're going in a Metroid game.
Yeah.
And you'll bump into walls, but at least you know, like, well, this thing looks like a rocket could probably hit that, or this purple thing matches the purple rockets. You know, like you could suss it out.
Yeah.
Here
exactly.
it's like, there's a bush here. Why would I burn this? Like, I can't burn any other bushes.
That's where the eighth dungeon is, under a random bush.
Yeah. Like,
Hope
of
knew
course.
That going in.
And like, if you want to actually figure it out, you have to go up to the old lady, the witch, and pay her money and saying the burning bush or something like that. Like the bush hides the lion's head or something.
Oh, yeah, she gives you some vague description, and you got to go find that in world and just piece it together. Oh my god!
Yeah, and you're like, is this even in the same game? Like, what are you talking about?
Not gonna lie, even though I was just complaining about the game being built to sell like strategy guides and crap, I was super proud when I found that bush on my own when I first played it as a kid.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. Like, games won't give you that kind of accomplishment anymore, except for certain developers. Because I'd argue that I get that out of the Souls series and arguably out of Sekiro as well.
And so, honestly, I'd be annoyed if games tried that way more often than they currently do. I'd be like, okay, come on, buddy. Get the game over with. I've got shit to do. I'm an adult now.
And that's exactly where it's all changed, though. It's all changed over the years. That's just how it is nowadays.
Like, the people who are kids are now adults and have less time and, like, less, or arguably less time. But, I mean, even on that, you have the exact opposite, which you have the kind of polar opposite of that 25 years later with Skyward Sword. Like, that game was so hand-holdy and so, like, just crazy with the tutorials and everything. Like, you know, it gets memed on pretty hard for being that game. Like, oh my gosh, the first 5 hours are really obnoxious. But honestly, I think it's pretty valid. As someone who actually ended up liking that game a lot, Skyward Sword, those first couple hours are kind of unforgivable, and they are like the polar opposite of this game.
Yeah.
Where you could beat this game in like 6 hours, which I think is how long it took me or so.
I didn't even beat the game, but like 4 hours in, I had 3/4 of the Triforce, so.
Yeah, so Skyward Sword just had a fucking crazy tutorial. It's shitty to call it tutorial, but that's what it was. It was hand-holding for like 5 hours.
The first half of the game was basically a tutorial. And
yeah.
That's kind of my biggest gripe with that game. Like, I thought the world was cool, the character design was fun. Did not enjoy fighting the same mid-boss like 12 times, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Another major gripe I had with that game. But I think everything else really had what it had. It really had what it takes to be a good Zelda game.
Yeah.
The constant beeping when you're at low health drove me literally fucking insane. I hear that shit in my dreams sometimes.
It's so it's constant.
Yeah.
There's some goofy little speed run, like Link to the Past speed runs, where you can make the beep double time, which like in randomized Link to the Past runs. It's a fucking nightmare. Like, it's I know I'm good. Like no,
Hard pass.
yeah,
Yeah.
But no, it's just seeing this game and like how it inspired. The flavor is there in every single one. Like to me, it's pretty impressive how every single series still has kind of this general format. Like it's just touching on Metroid again. Like Metroid Other M, which still shares the same thing. Well, I guess if I'm going to do that, that's kind of a side quest. I'm fucking wrong. I take that back. I'm an idiot. Disregard that. But all the core series, like it's kind of crazy how they're all pretty much the same game, just graphically told differently and sometimes shittier than others. Looking at you, Twilight Princess.
Yes.
He's looking at you, Twilight Princess.
Oh my god.
All right, so you don't like Twilight Princess either?
No, of course not.
You-
It's the
okay.
Shadow the Hedgehog of Zelda games.
Oh shit! You're right.
It really is.
Yeah, I'm dropping out the spicy opinions right now.
Oh no. I didn't even think about that.
Okay. I'll give credit when it's due. The spinny top, dope as fuck.
You know what's funny?
What?
I get into arguments. I keep telling them like, yeah, no, the spinning top was in Skyward Sword because that thing was so fucking cool. It had to have been in a different game because that's how
And one
good
of
it
the good
was.
ones.
And
Yeah.
you are wrong, sir.
I'm like, no, it wasn't in that game. You're full of shit. I actually liked that, and that's crazy. And like,
And I
did that
didn't
have
like
double
Twilight
hook shot
Princess.
as well?
The double hook shot?
Yeah, was that Twilight as well?
Fuck, I remember so little of Twilight Princess. It was such a forgettable experience.
Ugh, fucking take that, every 19-year-old on GameFAQs.
Yeah. And
Yes.
also, I don't know, Hot Topic. Are we starting a war with Hot Topic? Can
Sure.
we do that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Twitter wars
But-
here
Oh,
now.
Hot Topic. Oh, you mean literally Hot Topic, as in the
Yeah.
clothing
This is
slash
Hot
stuff.
Topic.
Not like Hot Topic, as in I'm going to talk about something hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it,
Yeah.
I shopped
Again,
there,
I
though.
cannot stress enough. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Me too, brother. But the top was cool, and the sword fight with Ganondorf was cool.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
What?
mean, like, did they? Do you recall? Did you end up beating it, Mike? The original Legend of Zelda.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Actually, I think I beat it a long, long time ago when I was still a kid, but I didn't beat it this last playthrough through. I didn't beat it.
Oh, that's fair. It's that boss battle was so. I just remember being crazy fucked because unless I'm wrong, if you die on it, you're just fucked. You have to go through that entire dungeon again from the
Yep.
midway point, and like that's one of the shittiest puzzles ever. Like, it's pretty much all the dungeons combined. I fucking know. I absolutely used the guide to get through that shit because I remember that as a kid and pretty much fuck that thing. That thing was the worst.
It takes like 10 fucking years to finish.
Yeah, fuck Wizrobes, fuck Dark Nuts. Like, I ain't about that life. That's although I love those enemies, but like fuck them. They're so ridiculously hard.
Dude, I love Dark Nuts.
Yeah, Dark Nuts, big. They got to come back. You know
Yeah.
what were they in? Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time, I think, most recently.
Last one I remember them being in was in Wind Waker.
Were they in there?
Yeah,
Oh, they
dog
were. That's
people.
right.
Yeah,
Those were totally they.
yeah.
Yeah, and Wizrobes because they make the woo noise.
Yeah, they
in
were
Wind Waker.
birds.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
birds
Those are my
in Wind Waker.
favorite.
Yeah.
But no, one thing I forgot completely about this game when I was playing through was the upgrade path for the sword.
Yep.
There's the white sword, and then you have the upgraded sword. The wooden sword, I guess steel sword, because that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But like getting the white sword as well, like it was an upgrade path, which usually it's just you have the shitty wooden sword, then you get the regular sword, and then you have the master sword, or you have to build the master sword depending on the game. But this one like actually feels like powerful. Like instead of taking like 40 hits to hit these idiot Wizrobes, it's like, oh, now you're done in like 1 or 3 hits.
Yeah.
Like that's super nice.
It's like those 3 hits that I could never get because I always lost my sword after the first hit and had to actually go near things instead of chucking it across the
Oh,
map.
yeah, of course.
Well, not using the fucking candle to try and burn these idiots. Like,
Oh my god, the
I make them
fucking
walk-
candle. Yes.
walk into you. Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
easy. God.
Yeah, there's an upgrade for the candle with like infinity fires, right?
I think so. I feel like I
At the
got
end of the
it.
game.
But yeah, but it's at that point, like, you just, I don't know.
At that point,
I just
everything
wanted to
counts, but
blitz
yeah.
through it and be like,
Yeah.
all right, that's fine. Like, fuck Ganon's Castle, honestly.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
worst.
Like, ugh. Strategy guide, the poster child for why
Yeah.
you might need a guide.
It's a solid argument for it.
Yeah, fucking seriously. You mentioned like this is you said Breath of the Wild and this are pretty similar and
Yeah. You want to elaborate on that?
yeah.
Okay, so basically, when I was playing through Breath of the Wild, I had such a similar, like, nostalgic experience as to when I first played through original Legend of Zelda as a kid. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I know there's an objective, but, it's kind of vaguely just out there. It's not like I'm actively hunting for it. I spent most of my time in both of those games just digging around, killing shit. And, like, looking, like, randomly... As a kid, I just randomly blow up walls and hope to find something. And like just walking.
And this one, you just randomly blow yourself up, and all of a sudden your physics like 40 feet in the air.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I feel that.
Just like real life.
Yeah. Broke my arm walking down the stairs. I flew up the stairs. It was crazy. Hit the ceiling.
Wild. And also, 2 men keep squatting outside my house, and they won't leave.
I can't get around.
Oh my god.
Deep cuts.
But yeah, it just kind of gave you that super nostalgic, like, oh, you can do whatever the fuck you want feeling, but without the super shitty, boy, I wish I had a guide for this feeling. And that's part of the reason I really like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's rewarding exploration. And it's kind of instant gratification. Like,
yeah,
you get, all 4 powers? You get the time lock, the cryostasis, the ice block, which, like, okay, the bombs, and then your glider.
Yep.
Like, those are it, right?
You get that immediately. And then you get the 4 extra powers, the flying one, and then all the other ones I forgot.
Yeah.
The flying one was the
all the other ones that aren't
Yeah.
as cool as flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like invincibility, but at that point, I've got, like, the dopest gear anyway, because I spent 40 hours dicking around, and I spent the last hour doing the actual objectives.
Exactly.
The actual kind of shitty dungeons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get
yeah,
all of
actually.
your weapons before you've even done anything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, there are 4 divine beasts? What's a divine beast? Oh, that's right. Wait, why am I
Oh,
here?
that's
Who
right.
am
I'm
I?
looking for a desert camel.
Oh, shit, Zelda's here. Yeah.
Who the fuck's Zelda?
Yeah, Zelda? Was she?
It's like there was cross-dressing
lady?
at one point.
Bring
Yeah.
me my mermaid waifus or get
Yeah.
the fuck out of
Yes.
here.
Not talking about the Birdman? Fucking get out of here, dude. Guy ruled.
Yeah, he was dope as fuck.
No, you don't need that, man.
Oh,
Just,
actually, the fish
you
ones.
just got to throw on a skirt and go find some giant women.
That's right. Fucking,
What a bizarre part of that game.
It was.
yeah.
I
It
love
really
it.
was.
I absolutely loved it. It was very much that kid like whatever, this is what's happening, go in.
Yep.
This is where the game's taking you, just roll with it.
Honestly,
And
side
like-
note here, it's like Final Fantasy VII when you have to get in the brothel.
It's so goofy. It's so, like...
I love it.
Yeah, it's... Oh, man. I don't know. It's a delight. And
Yeah.
just everything about the game was a ton of fun. There was some stuff I wish they would do better, like the dungeon
dungeons.
design. But that kind of follows suit with the original Legend of Zelda as well. Which,
Yeah, the dungeons
like-
weren't that big a thing, but
yeah, and they felt like
Yeah.
just rooms.
Yeah,
that you would
yeah.
go
They
through,
really
like,
did.
which is fine, but there's the
They
sense
could've
of
done more.
accomplishment was the you got the Triforce and you're one step of the way, and then you were piecing together. It's like Myst or fucking Riven if you all played those. Just
no, I only play good games, sorry.
oh, sorry, I said Riven, the sequel to Myst, widely critically like a bored game. Jeez,
Sorry. Missed me with that one.
Miss fucking hell. Well, Pablo, it was nice having you on this week. We'll contact you.
Yeah.
Our people call your people.
Yeah. Oh, you have no people? Oh, sorry.
Ooh.
Yikes.
But no, I get what you're saying. For me, I was pretty disappointed with the dungeons in Breath of the Wild because the good dungeons are such a good integral part of what I like about my favorite Zeldas. So like Majora's Mask, minus that one dungeon, and Wind Waker.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know the one.
Everyone knows the one.
Kind of.
Rhyme- Rhymes with water temple.
Huh.
Rhymes
Haven't
with
heard that
any,
one. Water temple.
any water level ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty
dude,
much.
seriously. If I could not do that ever, like,
Yeah.
I don't ever want to fuck with water levels ever. Like,
No, thanks.
it's not with my pool. I don't have a pool, but not with like anything. Like, if
My
it's not,
metaphorical pool.
yeah. Like the only water I want to fill up is in my cup, and then drink it, and then be done with it. I don't want to fuck with it ever.
And then pee it out later because I can only hold on to it for a few
No, I didn't want to do
hours
that. I didn't
max.
want to do that. That's like still release shit. I fucking still get traumatized over that shit.
No, they're fucking terrible. They fuck with your controls. You can't really move the way that you want to.
Oh my god. No.
Nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite part about video games not having direct control over my character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I like when the rules aren't consistent.
Yeah. And wait, am I moving slower than usual and getting hit a lot more? Ugh, sign me
Cool.
up.
So that's like my favorite part of the Zelda games for the past few years, because that's just the cool ass dungeons and the dope ass bosses at the end. And I feel like Breath of the Wild really missed the mark on that. Like, I know that
Yeah.
wasn't the point of the game. Again, harkening back to Zelda 1. Like, whatever, you're here for the exploration and dungeons is just kind of an objective. But
Yeah.
I mean, Ganondorf's castle in that game was fun. It
That was dope as
super
hell. And that
duper dope.
remix music was cool.
Yeah. And I wish you could have had this 5 times rather
Yeah.
than those little divine beasts
Yeah.
4 times.
Yeah, actually.
Than this one. Because the first
yeah.
divine beast I did, I genuinely didn't know you could even rotate it. So I'm stupid, I know. But I cheesed my way through it. But it was
Yeah.
the bird one. It was the bird one by climbing up top and like hover gliding away to the edge instead of rotating it to get through a puzzle. It was
Whatever
ingenious.
works, honestly.
It was ingenious, if I say so
Yeah.
myself.
And
But-
like with the original one, like you have mild puzzle solving stuff like that too. I don't know. It's I totally
You gotta
agree with you.
remember
It's just fucking
The puzzles on the original one are limited by the technology of the time, though, too.
yeah. Like you can't obviously like jump yourself through the wall. Well, maybe you can. I've not.
I've
watched
never
speedruns
tried.
of that
I don't
game.
know.
I didn't think that you could fucking beat Ocarina of Time in like what 20 minutes, 9 minutes, whatever the hell the record is now. But apparently, if you go to the Forest Temple and you like back up into the wall, you zoom all the way to fucking like Death Mountain or some bullshit. Shit's insane. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules, but these people break them. So fuck.
I didn't know that you can beat Portal with a freaking radio and just wall
Was
glitch
it
it. Like,
Oh yeah, I saw it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
he was
Why
literally
does this
just
guy hate
bunny
that
hopping
song?
backwards with the fucking radio and beat it in like
And then
15
like
minutes.
chucks it into the wall and it stops it.
Yeah.
God, I love speedrunning.
Video games are crazy.
Yeah, they are.
They're a treat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should play more of them.
Yeah. No, I think I'm okay. I'm done with it for now. I'm over it. Yeah. But I guess wrap up on original Legends of Zelda, even though it was kind of the series as a whole. I'll say huge fan of it. Really nostalgic for it. Playing through it again was like a delight because I got to remember some things. Still fuck Ganon's Castle. Like real talk. That place is the fucking worst. But like this is definitely one thing where like I need a guide and I will use it because I do not want to relearn and refigure it out. These things are solved like 20 years ago.
Man.
And that's fair.
So I guess my opinion, fun game for what it is. Does kind of feel like it's just a way to get kids to buy Nintendo Powers and like
Yes.
which frustrates me now because it's like I don't know. It's just, I just want everything to solve the game to be in the game. But I mean,
Miyamoto just like glared at or fucking
See, that frustrates me
just glared
because
at you like what the fuck.
frustrates me because my Game Informers don't have guides in them anymore. They just have reviews.
They're just advertisements. Well, I mean that's what they always were, but yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's my big thing. Still really fun. Still love adventuring and crap, but I do get a little frustrated with the, I guess, extra stuff.
Totally fair. Any closing thoughts for you, Mike?
My thoughts on it are I can see and understand the influence that it's had on the industry and on the adventure genre as a whole. They're not for me. It doesn't hold up for me to what the modern games can do, and I don't know. I just found myself getting frustrated with
Solid
it.
groundwork, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. I will not be returning.
Yeah, I can understand why
can't
so
even
many
shoot
people
anyone.
like it, especially for the time. It was revolutionary for the time, but not for me. And then
Yeah, that's fair.
I already gave John's opinion. He loved it. It's his favorite game of the year.
Yeah,
10 out of
favorite
10.
game. Absolutely adored it.
He
Fucking-
he actually married the game. So
yeah,
Yes.
please send him ROMs with him as the main character. Spoilers. Just give him the regular ROM. It'll be he just role play as it.
It's like he legally married his golden cartridge, so you know.
Yeah, it's no longer gold, but you know, plastic shipped off. But it's just true love for the game.
Exactly.
obviously.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I think that covers it. A little bit all over the place. Mainly touched on Zelda, so that's pretty chill. I'm okay with that.
God, I wish.
Yeah.
The Wind Waker one? Yes, please.
Yes, Wind Waker.
That was
Oh,
my
fuck.
childhood crush, Tetra. Yes, please. Super my aesthetic as well. What was I, 10?
Pirates. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
the Pirate
yeah.
Zelda. Yes, please.
Yeah, no, that's pretty it. So I think that's gonna do it for us at Zikrock Gaming here. Next week, kind of our news week, off week. John still will not be here. He'll be doing vacation stuff, so that's pretty exciting. So we'll see if Pablo's available. See if you can get him on here again or not. Fuck him. Who cares?
Yeah.
And
you liked me here in the first place.
Yeah. Well, it's that
got a lot of
confidence that you
hate
have.
mail before I even.
Yeah.
It's weird. Episode hasn't aired yet, and I'm already getting hate mail from a mysterious Mr. Zeebs.
I've just been forwarding all of them to you. I'm just so anyway. Thank you for joining us today. We have been Zenon, Mike, and special guest Pablo.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming there, man.
Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Farewell.
Later.